don't have. Wait.
Who calls this meeting to order? Is it your meeting?
It's your, well,
You want to call
it's
it?
technically your meeting.
I'll do it then. I want to call this meeting to order. Mine's on. You got a mustache. Weird.
Oh, boy. This is gonna be one of those meetings.
Did you see that pound cake that I ate before I came in here?
Do we typically do the pledge and all that stuff, Jared? or
No.
Okay.
This is fairly informal.
Well, Jared, would you like to proceed?
Sure thing. Okay, good morning, gentlemen. We had two items come before the Area Plan Commission this past Wednesday, both for your consideration. They were UZOs number 3 and number 4. I'll start with UZO number 3, which was our docket number 6. The property owner in this case is David H. Roberts. Petitioner is Mr. Cornflos. The proposed use is industrial manufacturing, so the proposed zoning is M1 Light Industrial. The current zoning is C7 General Commercial District. The property is located on West Spring Hill Drive, approximately 3,900 feet east of the intersection of State Road 63 and West Spring Hill Drive. The surrounding uses are a mix. You have commercial, agricultural, open space, as well as light and heavy industrial. So the Spring Hill Drive corridor is scattered with a mix of uses. This rezoning was or is in response to a violation that occurred in October of 2020. Forever Buildings were permitted to complete a one-time non-substantial renovation on the interior of the existing structure. Upon inspection, it was discovered that a substantial addition had been built onto the east side of the building in violation of the flood hazard ordinance for Vigo County. The original building permit stated that no square footage could be added and was signed on by Mr. Cornflos of Forever Buildings. A stop work order was issued at that time. Correspondence began with Chaz Leno, if I'm saying that correctly, of Forever Roofing in regards to getting electricity turned on for the location. We were unable to permit electricity for the new structure due to the violation. Mr. Leno informed the area planning that he had moved machinery in to manufacture steel roofing panels and steel roofing trim pieces. The building as it sits does not appear to meet the 60-foot setback along Spring Hill or the minimum 15-foot side yard setback to the west. Relief from the setbacks from the County Board of Zoning Appeals will be needed. The site plan provided does not include parking. Hard surface parking is required in the M1 district. Staff does offer a favorable recommendation on the proposed M1 rezoning request with the following conditions: an elevation certificate from a licensed land surveyor showing the pre-existing structure as well as the addition are elevated to flood protection grade, or since it is a non-residential structure, it may be dry flood proofed to FEMA standards. A dry flood proofing plan must be submitted by a licensed engineer, and a dry flood proofing certificate signed and stamped by a licensed engineer, or removal of the addition which makes the structure non-compliant. Also conditionally, we need the approval for the variances from the Board of Zoning Appeals, a revised site plan showing necessary parking with hard surfaced for all parking spaces, and building permits for the addition if applicable. At the meeting that night, there were no remonstrators.
Mr. Cornflos, do you want to?
Yes, so we have submitted the LOMA that has included the attachment, and with I believe Sydney Holmberg, I submitted that already, but we are currently in pursuance of the variance as well.
Is this the building that used to be the auto repair shop in the front, or the one behind it?
Yes, Sir Thomas Automotive.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. It's the old Sir Thomas Automotive.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor, by aye.
Aye.
Aye. Good to go.
Okay, thank you. The second item, UZO 4, 2021, which was docket number 17. The property owners are Scott and Marilyn Schaufstall, represented by Mr. Lind. The proposed use and proposed zonings are single-family residence for lots 1 and 2, and lot 3 would be agricultural with personal storage and occasional repair thereof. Current zonings are a mix of residential, suburban, and agricultural. The common address, 6210 North Crow Street and 6112 North Crow Street, Brazil, Indiana. This is a rural residential area. The surrounding uses are all either residential, suburban, or agricultural. The site is contiguous with other residential uses and agricultural uses that are permitted. Okay, the property owners are requesting the rezoning to resolve the issues having different zonings overlapping on new lots created as a part of Choctaw subdivision, which was docket number 3, file 2-21 before the Area Plan Commission. That subdivision was approved contingent to this rezoning and Health Department approval. There's no proposed changes in the use for the petitioned properties. The Vigo County Health Department is waiting on details for the existence of septic system on lot number 2, and we actually have an update to that. We've received approval from the Health Department, but they needed some changes made to the plat to make sure everything was correct for their approval. And I think Mr. Lynn spoke with Steve here just a couple minutes ago. He may be able to give you even further details. Other than the Health Department approval, we did offer a favorable recommendation so long as the Health Department does approve. And I don't believe there were remonstrators that evening.
Jeff Lynn, how the heck are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
You want to go mess with the light switch for you?
Whatever you want to do, I don't care. You made it interesting, at least.
Well, something need to pick that up. Jeff Lind, Lind Law Firm, beautiful downtown Terre Haute, Indiana. 25 years ago, Scott's dad created a subdivision along the road. One lot sold and the balance of the property remained in the family and is now owned by Scott and his wife. And in those intervening years, other than the one lot that sold, the property was just their property. So they wanted to clean it up, get lot lines that match what's going on out there as far as structures. And in doing so, they've got these lots that are split ag and residential. We're here today just to have that lot that's all ag just be all ag, and the two that are all residential just be all residential. It's not any more complicated than that. The change that is needed on the plat, Myers showed the use of a septic field on what is Scott's home lot for use by another lot. Given the current use of the son's house, essentially, it will have its own dedicated septic field, and Steve Thompson simply wants Myers to remove reference to the interconnection between son's house and the septic field on Scott's lot. That's a simple change to the plat that has been approved, subject to Health Department approval. That'll be done. Here to answer any questions. Scott knows more about property than I do.
The lot that you have your shop on now, that's the one that's going to remain ag? Yeah. Only question I have.
You guys subdivided this, so you're developing it now, or you're just cleaning it up? Okay.
Wanting to build some houses out there.
Yeah.
Well, then my dad got sick, housing market fell out, and I ended up buying all the property off of him. So anytime that I wanted to, build a structure or something, I'd have to cross the lot line or something. So earlier this year, I got with Myers on going through this and making the lots how they should be existing to today. And they went through and did all, instead of doing a lot line adjustment, I just had them redo the whole front half of my property.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And I think where Myers, they left an easement with in front of my son's house for the septic, and Dave Thompson just wants that taken off. There's no need for it.
Yeah.
Of what Myers did.
All right.
And I'm under contract with Brent Chandler. He's putting a new septic in behind that house on its own lot.
Burning Kearns.
I'm going to make a motion to approve it.
I'll second. All those in favor by aye.
Aye.
Good to go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for cleaning it up.
Appreciate it.
Get it.
And that's it.